Crime is a great way to learn about civics. Through a simple murder or sexual battery grade 3, you can learn about everything from criminal trials to America's prison system to the real-life impact of legalized sodomy. For a virtual taste of the broad swath of American crime, here's our review of Saints Row. You know, I've had it. I'm fed up. I'm sick of all these hoity-toity lawyer types. I'm talking to you, Kenan Thompson, telling me what video games are harming the children. I just want to waste them all. This game is not Grand Theft Auto. It's Saints Row, a nice religious romp through small-town family values.
I can show you a good time.
It's everything that Grand Theft Auto is not. Maybe. You can free roam all over the city in Saints Row, anywhere you want to go. Sure, that's like Grand Theft Auto. You can throw ladies out of cars and steal them. Sure, that's like Grand Theft Auto. You can beat down on those dirty cops and never or won't solve Tupac's murder. Sure, that's like Grand Theft Auto. But beating up a guy in a hot dog costume, the only place you'll find that is my dreams. My torturous, diluted, miserable dreams.
Hector says buenas noches.
There is a story here. Saints Row has become a haven for misplaced anger, drugs, and morally irresponsible behavior. We've seen this kind of reprehensibility before.
On the X-Playboard.
And we've seen it in other games before.
What if it snowed in San Francisco?
But if you just wanted a game with people using bazookas on quiet streets, you'll need to look, well, actually here would be fine. By the way, is this in bad taste? What's my point? Oh, something about moral values or hookers. Sweet, full-figured hookers. I'm getting so distracted. Rip-off games do that to me. But Saints Row has something more than Grand Theft Auto. It is something that censorship-loving zealots can truly appreciate. Life lessons. Lesson 1. It's hard out there for a pimp. And you have to alleviate their stress by taking their hookers from them. Forcefully, if need be. That cleans up the streets. That cleans up your soul. Lesson 2. It's hard out there for a John.
How'd you like to make some quick cash?
That's where you come in. Johns need privacy. They need intimacy. They need love.
I got a girl waiting in a car out back.
Drive them around, give them the space they need to get their $75 worth.
Let's see the goods.
I think you're gonna pop.
Ow, it hurts, it hurts. No, I'm okay, keep going.
I'm not cleaning that up.
Lesson 3. It's hard out there for a soccer mom.
One of my colored friends was talking to me.
You gotta help them get their drugs by any means necessary. How else are they gonna cope with their unfulfilled, miserable lives? But again, enough about the X-Play staff.
On the X-Playboard.
So, you see, video games can be helpful. Saints Row tries to appeal to all walks of life. Taggers, strippers, dealers, sesslers. But other games, better games, have already done that. So for that, we give Saints Row 3 Bishop Don Juans out of 5.
You don't want to cheat. Bonus stage.
Welcome to Cheat, your daily dose of tips, tricks, and cheats. I'm Kristen Holt with a minute's worth of out-of-control shooting spree with Saints Row for the Xbox 360. The last thing you want to worry about when you're taking on rival gangs is if you have enough ammo to take them out. Don't worry, I got you covered. Pause the game and press the left or right trigger until you reach the phone. Dial this number and you will have infinite ammo. Now, take these suckers out. Shotguns and pistols don't interest you? Want something with a bigger impact? Call this number and you'll be equipped with an RPG launcher. The combination of infinite ammo, a rocket launcher, and the police should make for an interesting night. Eazy-E would be so proud. For all these codes and tips, visit our website at g4tv.com/cheat. I'm Kristen Holt, and you've been cheating.
Let's get something out of the way immediately. Saints Row 2 is no Grand Theft Auto. It just isn't. So if you want that thrilling experience of exploring Liberty City, go back and play GTA 4 again. Meanwhile, Saints Row 2 is a moderately good sequel to a halfway decent GTA clone.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah, that's about as effusive as our praise is gonna get. If If you don't recall, the lead character from Part 1 was blown up in the game's final cutscene. But now you've returned and you can actually customize your character, thanks to reconstructive surgery and a little thing we like to call suspension of disbelief. The game even allows you to pick what type of voice you want, a feature we found endlessly amusing.
I kill out of love.
Keep it real, man.
It's been way too long since I shot someone.
Once you escape from prison, it's time to recruit new members for your gang and take back the city. The game controls and looks much like your standard sandbox game, but unfortunately they've chosen to zoom the view in too much. This makes combat needlessly confusing, and the fact that you can't simply lock on while shooting definitely doesn't help. But Saints Row 2 does have a positive side, namely the vast amount of things to see and do. Go to the music store, pilot a helicopter, ride a jet ski, start a fight club. There's really no limit to the diversions offered in this game. We still had some fun messing with random people walking down the street, and for the most part the voice acting is enjoyably campy.
So here's the thing, after like 2 years of doing laundry for my boss, he finally allowed me to cast tonight's episode of Fuzz.
Still confused.
Multiplayer has also gotten a fun boost. You can play cooperatively or battle it out for control of the city. We actually had a surprisingly fun time online with this game. Sadly though, these good points don't really make up for the problematic camera and disappointing combat.
You me.
Maybe on the third installment, developers can elevate their game. Until then, Saints Row 2 is a 3 out of 5.
Aw, yeah.
Start talking or I start leaving marks.
Considered by many as a coattail rider to the genre-defining GTA games, the Saints Row franchise has heard the commentary, and with their third entry, they have evolved the franchise into an over-the-top satire on not just open-world games, but on video games in general and geek culture as a whole.
Ultra postmodernism. I love it.
Where at one point Saints Row could have been called a pretender to the throne of GTA, this installment has taken over the anything for a laugh market, left empty by the more serious tone of GTA 4. And we do mean anything for a laugh.
These hoes ain't hoes!
The years between the second game and this one have been good to our friends in the Third Street Saints. No longer simply a street gang, they have risen to the ultimate in franchises with movies, toys, and energy drinks all bearing their logo and likeness.
Saints' name used to mean something more than body spray and some ass-tasting energy drink.
But market expansion proves to be tough for our anti-heroes as new territory, the city of Steelport, means going up against a new group of adversaries dubbed the Syndicate. To help combat these new opponents, new members join up with the Saints in the form of your own disgraced wrestler, a big naked guy, and a pimp with an auto-tuned voice box.
I would shake your hands, but them floors were a little sticky, if you know what I'm saying.
The story mode is still the familiar capture and control the city mechanics that has been the way of sandbox games since the beginning. But in this game, every mission seems to have a guaranteed, holy what did I just do moment. Whether you skydive through a plane in flight or blow up skyscrapers, Saints 3 keeps the digital endorphins flowing.
Put in your tampons and let's do this.
From the melee weapon of choice that we can't show you on TV, to character design sliders that we can't show you on TV, to the club that we can't show you on TV, Saints the Third earns its M rating. It also earns a big thumbs up for being the first game to include pony play as a plot point. Stay tuned for more insight into Saints Row the Third, including a look at co-op play, a twist on the traditional horde mode, as well as our final rating.
I don't want to be some dude's bitch.
Okay, so we've seen a little bit about the story of Saints Row the Third. Now let's duck into some details about the ways to spend your time in Steelport besides the story mode. And like all great sandbox games, side missions are simply an invite to play in the sand. Favorite past side missions return, like Insurance Fraud, where you rack up money by getting hit by cars, and Mayhem, where you rack up cash by blowing up those same cars. A new introduction is Professor Genki's Super Ethical Reality Climax. PGS ERC is The Price is Right if Bob Barker had seen his parents gunned down by theme park mascots and spent his life planning revenge.
I just love the smell of ozone in the arena.
The folks at Volition have introduced another breakthrough sure to be a standard in any future open-world mayhem game with the introduction of co-op mode. It gives proof that the only thing cooler than a maniac with a rocket launcher is two maniacs with rocket launchers.
All right, Blair, I'm gonna take over this review.
Oh, hey, Gaming Badger.
Shut up. Gaming Badger don't care. Gaming Badger don't care about nothing but Saints Row the Third. Because Saints Row the Third don't give a and Gaming Badger can respect that. Saints Row don't care about your gangs, your cops, or nothing.
You have any idea who you with here?
Saints Row don't care what your horde mode is like. Saints Row has its own horde mode, but it's spelled different because Saints Row don't give a crap about spelling. And Saints Row don't care if your horde mode is all the same because Saints Row's different. Horde mode has different sizes of uses and tanks and stuff that don't make sense, with tiny zombies, huge soda cans. But Saints Row the Third don't care. This is Gaming Badger and I don't give it.
Thank you, Gaming Badger. Saints Row the Third manages to step up to the forefront of the sandbox shooters, combining a fun, biting story with great gameplay and an irreverent tone.
That's how I roll.
New mini-games, a great co-op mode, and an exciting new take on horde mode challenges have only added more and more toys to the already great sandbox.
All right, let's give that motherfucker what's coming to him.
Which is why we give Saints Row the Third 5 blurry purple things we're not allowed to show you on TV out of 5.
Well.